Hey guys, this is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. Today we're going to talk about my favorite subject, which is sales. All right, we got a great subject for ourselves today, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let's look into it. And I'm going to say howdy, so we're going to get going. Let's go. Our subject for today is selling, planting seeds for future purchases. How do you do it? What do you say? I said selling, planting seeds for future purchases. How do you do it? Now that sounds real good, don't it? Planting seeds, and how do you do it, and what? Listen, I've been in sales in one form or capacity because my name is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. And I've been in sales and customer service since the 80s, and I'll tell you what, a lot of times we miss opportunities to sell other things because we don't plant no seeds. Now what that means is what you put into your selling presentation makes all the difference in the world. I have a lot of different products that I sell, and I'm getting another license so I can sell even more. And the thing that I've learned is that, hey, listen, if I plant seeds of information to a customer and I get back with them, I could probably have another sale. But see, if you don't plant those seeds, if you don't plant those ideas. Now, my whole goal when I'm talking to a customer is to try to sell them everything I can. But sometimes you got to remember, sometimes they on what they call a budget. And then sometimes if you don't ask for those additional sales, you're not going to get those additional sales. So what you have to do is you got to plant the seed. Now, let's just say for instance, you're selling insurance and you got somebody, or if you're selling, I don't know, a home or something. It don't matter what the product is. It could be a widget. Okay. So in this regard, if you're talking to your customer and you know that, hey, these people are looking like and they feeling like, and I'm going to ask for this order because it looked like they about ready to buy something. They about ready to own the product that I got to sell because it was the primary thing that I was trying to sell. Now, what I normally do is I'll talk to the customer and I'll bring up, at the forefront of our relationship, just when we just get started, I'll say, hey, I know I'm here for this particular thing, but, by the way, we're a full service company and we have all these other things and other products, and I'll show them some pictures of some of these other products that we have for sale. And I'll say, I know we ain't here for that or anything, but just keep it in the back of your mind. And so I start talking about my particular products. I start talking about the features, the benefits, and I tell them all about what's in it for them. But remember, I'm planting seeds. I'm planting future purchases. I'm planting future ideas for people to grasp a hold of and go, dang, I might want to get that. And so what I do is when I'm talking to the customer, I'll show them pictures because I carry me a little portfolio, a little book. Some people are auditory learners. They'll listen and they'll be able to sell and they'll be able to listen and buy. But some people, they need pictures to look at so that way you can show them all the features and the benefits and give them some support and ideas on what's in it for them. That way they can correlate the two together and be able to sell and be able to own stuff because they can put two and two together. It's real easy. No, it's not always. But see, our topic for today is selling, planting seeds for the future, for future purchase, and how do you do it? I just said what I do is I'll go ahead and bring up some other options, some other benefits. Like say, for instance, you sell a life insurance and they got some death benefits and stuff like that. You talk about them, what's going to bless their family. But then after, as I'm talking and everything, and I'll just drop little hints and seeds, well, you know what, you got children, you got grandchildren, you got other family members, your husband, your wife, your significant other, that if something were to happen to them, what you gonna do? I just planted a seed. Selling and planting seeds is not real complicated. It's like if you're working in a place where you sell furniture and such like this. A lot of times people come in to buy a sofa set, a bed set. They're looking for a living room set. They're looking for something real pretty. And a lot of times they just in there to get that piece of equipment, and that's all they think they're going to get. But see, by planting seeds, say, hey, look, this can be guaranteed for a long time. If something goes wrong, we can make sure it's going to last you a lifetime, and you'll be really glad that you got that service. You just planted a seed. And then if you look around, you can say, you see this room like this? Is this what your room looks like? Do you like the way it's all set up? Don't it look real pretty? And people will go, dang, it looking real good. and then you'll drop a little seed. You know, I get a lot of customers who get nice furniture, and then when they get it home, they ain't real happy about it. And they'll say, why? Well, the reason being is because it don't look as pretty in their home as the way it did in here, in this particular showroom. So my suggestion in this regard, and just planting seeds now, folks, is you need to go ahead and maybe think about getting these pretty rugs that'll accent the room. Look at all these beautiful accessories, these lamps. It'll make your room pop. You're making them visualize having things they hadn't thought about buying in a home. It's like in the bedroom set, you know, they come in for a mattress set. We'll buy you here. I know you're only getting a mattress set today, but let me show you some really pretty bedroom suits for down the road. See, you're suggestive selling. What you're doing is you're planting seeds for future purchases, or maybe even that day, because you've added on, you've gave them that additional opportunity to look at some different things. Now, you could be out there selling all kinds of different products, services. You know, you might be in pest control, like say, for instance, you knock on the door, you go there for a general inspection. You're going to take a look at the place, and you're going to tell the people, say, man, your home looks really, really good. I know I'm here for just the little ants, or I'm here for the little roaches, but man, you got some pretty grass. Are you trying to keep it? And they'll be like, what do you mean? Well, I noticed your neighbor over there, they got a lot of weeds in their yards. Or maybe your next door neighbor has got real pretty grass. Man, your yard looks like it just needs a little love. It wouldn't take much. Can I tell you a little bit more about what we can offer? You just planted a seed. Maybe you see some dogs, you see some animals in the house, and you let them know, you know, hey, listen, I see that them dogs, did they ever go out in the yard? And they say, yeah. And I always would say, I'd say in this regard, well, you know, those animals, they pick up fleas and stuff like that, and they bring them in the house. And I notice I notice you got some bug bites on your leg. Is that from fleas? Or maybe you might just say, you know, you got kids, you wouldn't want them to get bit, would you? And they'll go, oh, well, here's a service, just an additional service. We can go ahead and spray that yard for you, so them animals don't bring in those fleas. And see, what you're doing is you're suggestive selling, but what you're doing is you're planting seeds. So that way, when you have a conversation with them, you can say, hey, listen, you know, we have this particular price for this little bit, but boy, we can do the whole thing, you know, the whole thing for your home, and give you that peace of mind for this particular price, and give them a choice, because see, that's planting a seed, giving them a choice. You know, my name is Gary Lee Saley, your sales guy. I told you we talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, the warts and all, and stuff that nobody talks about when they trying to sell something. Selling is a lifestyle. It's a lifetime. It's a career. And see, here's another thing you can be planting out there. You can talk to your customers, say, man, you know, we've got this product and everything, and looks like you're really going to enjoy it. I'm glad. By the way, do you know anybody else who might be able to benefit like you are? And you look at them and they'll go like, well, dang. You know, and by the way, you know, we do give a little bit of referral fees. And sometimes, you know, if you know anybody, do you know anybody personal that I could probably call today so they can enjoy the same benefits? That's planting seeds. Now, I do this all the way through my presentation. Do you know anybody else in the community? Do you have friends and people who are just like you? Now, remember, just like them is the most important thing you say to them. You know, selling, it's a great opportunity. It's a great business. But see, we have to plant seeds. Another thing about planting seeds, what kind of seeds are you planting in the minds of your children? What are the kind of things you're planting in your salespeople? What kind of seeds are you planting in your management and the people who are running your businesses? What we put in people's minds comes out in their future. So if you're planting positive seeds, positive in, positive out. And I ain't perfect. You know, I make a lot of mistakes. I've yelled a lot at my kid. I've done some things that I'm not very proud of, but I've done the best that I can. I told you, my name is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. I told you I'd tell on myself, because I'm a real salesperson. I'm a real person. And I am planting seeds today that are of a good nature. I want my son to be the best that he can be. I also want people that are in my view, the people I work with, the customers I work with, my people, my salespeople, my management meant to be the best that they want to be. I'm planting seeds. You can make people great, or you can destroy them. What do you want to do? What kind of seeds are you planting? You know, my name is Gary Lee Stanley. I know this sounds like a real serious subject because sometimes it can be. We have to look at the big picture, the holistic approach, all that's involved, and not just what's in our preview right here in front of us. You know, sales is a great opportunity. It's a great thing. And selling and planting seeds for future purchases. How does it work? I hope you got a little bit of clarification. There's a lot of ways you can use this particular thing. You know, talking to people about things that they could get down the road. And see, here's the thing. If you didn't get an additional sale, you got to go back to those people, get their names and telephone numbers, get your little card catalog with your little referrals, and pick up the phone, you know, after so much time and say, howdy, how you doing today? And people are like, who is this? This is Gary Lee, your sales guy. And people are like, hey, how you doing? Or some people are like, what do you want? Hey, I was just getting back to you about that particular product that we had a conversation about. I know you're real busy. Hey, listen, I'm going to be right down there in the area where you at tomorrow. You got a few minutes? We can just have a conversation. I'll check on you, make sure you're doing okay. And a lot of times people say, yeah, and if they say, well, not today, well, let's do it Wednesday or Thursday. What's your schedule look like? I'm planting seeds. I'm planting seeds to get more sales. But I'm also planting to let my customers know I ain't forgot you, and I do care about you, and you do matter. I'll tell you what, selling and getting referrals is a big, big deal, guys, because, you know, you can make a lot of extra money. And one of the things I've learned is I've planted seeds of kindness when I talk to my customers. I do care about my customers. They ain't all about the dollar. You know, I do work on commission, and so do you. So we got to remember what we put into something is going to be what our future is. So remember, you're selling, you're planting seeds, you're planting positive seeds, or are you planting no seeds? Now, I'm on this bumpy road. I'm on Normandy, and this road is a bump to the bump to the bump. And I'm just planting that seed in your mind so you don't go, dang, there's a lot of noise in the background. You know, my name is Gary Lee Stanley. We just had a very simple conversation about selling and planting seeds and seeds for the future purchases and how to do it. I hope you got some really good information. You know, I want to let you talk to my son. He wants to say something.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Dom Darkwood here. Today I'm going to be saying that if you guys like this video, press the big thumbs up, comment down below what you guys would like to see, and also subscribe if you guys want to see more. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.
And that's my awesome son. He's a musician. He's really, really good. He's called Dominic Darklord. He's really good. Dom Darklord. Yeah, he's got his own web channel too. So do me a favor, go out there and sell something. And remember, if you're trying to be awesome, you can be, but you got to want to be. And remember, selling and planting seeds for future purchases. It makes real good sense, don't it? So do me a favor, go out there and sell something. But don't forget, if you ain't asking for the order, you ain't selling. We just had a really great conversation about selling, planting seeds for future purchases, and how to do it. Now, I hope you figured out that, you know, I could probably do more videos on this. Give me a thumbs up, share this information, subscribe. But remember also, you know, what you put out there is what's going to come back to you. So go out there and plant some positive seeds and make sure that your customers know that you care, and go out there and sell something. The topic for today is selling, planting seeds for future purchases. Now you know how to do it. So go out there and sell something and have a great day. And do me a favor, you have a wonderful day, and God bless y'all. And I'll see you. And I mean, okay, at the top, selling. Dang, planting seeds, that's a real good idea. All right.